Have you ever felt like dieting is just exhausting? Like not just to your body, but to your spirit too. You probably feel like you've tried everything. You've cut carbs, you've skipped meals, you've pushed through workouts that felt like they were trying to kill you, only to feel stuck and tired, and maybe even a little guilty about spending so much time and energy on your body to begin with. Today, I want to show you a better way. Health first fat loss. This isn't just about shrinking your body and making the number on the scale smaller. It's about stewarding your body well so you can show up for your life and your calling the way God designed. If you're new here, I'm Amy, a certified health coach and personal trainer, and I help Christian women move past the standard eat less, exercise more approach to weight loss so they can reclaim their health with science-backed strategies and a biblical worldview. I've walked the journey of metabolic healing myself, and I've spent 15 years coaching women and helping them break out of that awful cycle of unsustainable restriction, followed by that sense of failure and frustration. And my mission is to help you see caring for your body as essential to living your faith and give you actionable ways to do that actually work in real life. Speaking of working in real life, let's be honest, most weight loss advice is actually just about restricting. Eat less, move more, cut carbs, skip meals, skip breakfast, push through the pain or the exhaustion. But here's what happens when you do that for a while. Your body adapts to protect you. When you undereat or you overwork your body, it sees that as stress, a threat. It thinks you're in danger and it needs to prioritize only the things you need to survive. So your metabolism slows down, you burn out, and you end up losing energy. And you need energy for things like patience and self-control and joy. When you stay in a season of trying to restrict for too long, sometimes you even end up gaining the weight back and you can't figure out why. I've had clients who did everything right by all the fitness industry standards, but they ended up more tired, more frustrated, and feeling guilty because between the time they were putting into their health and the fact that they were even more tired and stretched thin than before, they were less present and patient with their families. Why? Because the approach was fighting their body, not working with it. Now, let's pause here and talk faith. Because as Christian women, it can be really easy to believe that our bodies don't matter as much as our souls, or that focusing on health is selfish, especially if it's about weight and appearance. But I want to challenge you that caring for your health, and yes, even losing weight, is part of your responsibility as a Christian. Here's why it matters. First, let's start at the beginning. You're made in the image of God. We often leave it out of the conversation, but that includes your body. And how you care for your body is a reflection of that dignity. And it tells the unbelieving world around you how much you really do believe that you are made in the image of God. The second piece of this is that you are soul and body indelibly united. You're not just a soul with a body as an afterthought. And our bodies aren't the result of the fall or somehow especially sinful. God made us fully integrated, body and soul in His image. What you do with your body, how you treat it, shapes your whole life, your faith, relationships, the kind of witness you present, and how you're able to serve. When we get healthier, we have more capacity for the way we're supposed to live. The fruits of the Spirit, patience, gentleness, self-control, love, just to name a few. And finally, you're not your own. You are bought with a price. We see in 1 Corinthians 6 that you are not your own. You were bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body. So caring for your health is stewardship, it's gratitude, and it's also obedience. So now let's talk details. In my last video, I talked about some of the first steps to healing your metabolism. Here's where things change from just healing your metabolism to losing fat in a way that respects your health and your faith without crashing your metabolism. Let's start with eat balanced, consistently timed meals. Forget skipping breakfast or grazing all day. Eat real, satisfying meals with protein and carbs together and made out of ingredients you could get straight from a garden or a farm if you wanted to. They're rich in micronutrients, and this will make the whole process healthier and easier. Then, once you've had breakfast, eat every 3 to 5 hours. This is going to help cue your body that it's safe to let go of stored fat. Number 2 is add walking. Instead of slashing calories or pushing through really intense workouts to try to burn as many calories as possible, which will just make you hungrier, by the way, start with daily walking. If you're just getting started, aim for just like a 10 to 20 minute walk a day. Or if you have a step tracker, shoot for 6,000 to 8,000 steps a day to begin with. Walking is amazing because among about 1 million other wonderful benefits, it lowers stress hormones and supports steady fat loss without jacking up your hunger or burning you out. Number 3, track your food, but focus on micronutrients. So instead of obsessing over calories, I want you to start by tracking your nutrition gaps. I really recommend the Chronometer app for this because it has the most accurate and comprehensive micronutrient tracking that I've found. Those are things like, the vitamins and minerals. So look for any gaps you have, but start with focusing on metabolism supporting nutrients like copper, zinc, vitamins A and C, selenium, and magnesium. Those are some of the heavy hitters. Some foods you can pull into your diet to get those nutrients if they're missing would be things like shrimp, oysters, eggs, carrots, berries, potatoes, and organ meats, especially liver. Now I want you to set a wake-up time instead of a bedtime and unplug after sunset. Sleep is absolutely vital for weight loss, but instead of just saying, I'm gonna get more sleep, anchor your day with a consistent wake-up time. You might be a little tired for the first day or two, but that's where the next part comes in. Control your environment. So get some sunlight first thing in the morning to let your body know that it's time to be alert and awake. And then turn off your screens or put away your devices after sunset. Not only does this help support your natural circadian rhythm and improve your sleep, it also keeps you from scrolling and procrastinating on going to bed. That might have been a lot, so here's your simple boiled down action plan. Eat 3 balanced meals spaced out throughout the day and add a snack or 2 if it works for you. Walk daily. Start with what you can and build up slowly from there. Start tracking your micronutrients. Find out, are you low on anything? Set your alarm for the same time every morning, yes, even weekends, and try to unplug from screens after dark. Then notice how you feel. Is your energy staying stable or improving? Is hunger normal and not driving you mad? Is your mood stable or maybe even improving? All of these are signs that things are moving in the right direction, and you'll probably lose your first 3 to 5 pounds just from this. Also, if you want extra credit, experiment with the high micronutrient, calorie-friendly foods I mentioned before, things like shrimp, oysters, carrots, berries, and so on. Now, before I close out, I want to address a few questions that come up a lot. First, what if I gain a pound or 2 at first? Unfortunately, that is totally normal. I know it gets in your head, but your body is just finding safety and balance. You're changing things. And even though they're positive changes, your body responds with caution. So it's not uncommon to hold on to a bit of extra water weight at first, which shows up on the scale. I promise it will go away quickly. Second question is, isn't this slower? And yes it is. And that's the point. It'll take a little longer, but you'll keep your results and you'll keep your energy and your joy. And finally, one that I get a lot from Christian women, and it always breaks my heart, isn't it selfish to focus on my health and care so much about my body? No, your health is what allows you to serve well, to love well, and to honor God with your whole self. It should never be our primary aim, but it helps us to show up fully for what matters most. If you felt stuck or ashamed or guilty, or you feel like your goals and desires for your body are at war with your faith, I want you to know that there is a better way. And I also want you to know that you don't have to do this alone. I have a couple of tools for you for free to help you get started. First, if you want to find out if your body is ready to jump into fat loss in a healthy way, I have a free quiz for you, and you can find it at the link in the description below. And if you want to join me for a free 3-day Master Your Metabolism challenge happening at the end of the month, you can find that in the description as well. No pressure, just an invitation to take the next step. And as always, if this video was helpful or interesting, please hit subscribe, leave a comment, like, or share it with a friend who could use some encouragement. And remember, your health is not an afterthought. You are body and soul made in the image of the living God, and caring for your body is part of your purpose. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.